Kenya, my first encounter with dragon fruit in Kenya was in 2016, Nakumatt, now defunct, which was retailing for 2,500, and you get change of a shilling. I still have that receipt. Now, 2021, there are stores in this country that retail dragon fruit not at 2,500, but at 3,000. And you'll be lucky to get the fruit. My name is Anthony Kinoti Mugambi. I'm an IT engineer and I farm dragon fruit, this fruit. Welcome to Central Imenti, Meru County. Dragon fruit originally is from South America, where it is known as Pitaya or Pitaya. Around 1700, it was taken to Asia by the French and the Portuguese, where it has become a very, very big cash crop, especially in Vietnam, which is the world's largest producer, incidentally, that sells to China, which is the world's largest consumer and has the world's largest population. Therefore, dragon fruit is a very big opportunity for those who may want to farm it, arising from a very large consumer base. Incidentally, dragon fruits are a super fruit. They have lots of health benefits, and they are not only easy to grow, they are very pocket friendly for those who grow them. Dragon fruit, the reason why it's called a super fruit, in fact, I've seen it being referred to as the super fruit of the 21st century, is because it is packed with antioxidants. Dragon fruit is very rich in lycopene. Lycopene is that red pigment that you see especially in fruits that is responsible for scavenging of free radicals. Free radicals are those things that I believe cause oxidative stress and cause cancer and stuff like that. Now, dragon fruit is also very rich in dietary fiber. So it is very good for bowel movement, has a lot of vitamin C. We know nowadays immunity challenges have become a major national and international issue that we are grappling with, especially in the current pandemic that we are facing. It's a good immunity booster. It has a lot of vitamin C in that case for immunity boosting. Contains a lot of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which are very good for our health, and promotes good gut health. It's got very good properties for promoting probiotics. And incidentally, dragon fruit makes lots of things, from juice, yogurt, smoothies, including wine. It makes, you can make brandy, you can make yogurt. It makes a good food color, which is organic, among a list of many other products. And its taste is very unique. We will have an opportunity to see all that. Equally, because it does not have the sugar of is it glucose? It has good sugars, and therefore it is a good fruit, very good fruit actually, for those who are diabetic. Even if it is sweet, its sweetness is not overwhelming. And also those who have high blood pressure, it is very good for them because not only does it lower, but it also stabilizes. A lot of research, especially in Asia, and I am willing to share the research papers that have subscribed into universities in those parts of the world, have indicated that dragon fruit actually fights lots of cancers and is very good for our health. That's why, again repeat, has been touted as one of the superfruits of the 21st century. Remember, fruits that have, through evolution, gone through those very hard desert types of environment must possess superior qualities. That is why they are what they are. Dragon fruit is in the family of cactus, and cactus, as we all know, are well adapted to arid, semi-arid zones. They don't require a lot of water, and therefore should be an easy crop to grow, especially in our lands that are arid and semi-arid. Incidentally, dragon fruit doesn't care about the soil type. If you look where we are, I'm not sure whether we are at a quarry or we are at a farm, but nonetheless you can see the plants are growing and doing well. All that dragon fruit requires is enough organic matter, irrespective of the soil type, and just a little water during the very dry months. And all you need to do is just support it up the post. It reaches the top, drops down like an umbrella, and voila, you have your fruits in 1 year, 1 year and a half. But if you start from seed, it will take you upwards of 6 years, sometimes more, and you may not necessarily get what is called true to type fruits. True to type means if you take this vine, the fruit of the vine should be a replica of the vine from which it was initially cultivated from. An important thing about dragon fruit, it's also a long-lived plant. Therefore, you must have adequate support for your plants that can stay upwards of 20, 30 years, because the lifespan of the plant is well over 40 years. Some of us will leave it, and our grandchildren will be the ones to consume it and consume it. As you can see, dragon fruit can be planted even at your balcony, because one, dragon fruits are shallow rooters. They only require the first 2 feet, 60 centimeters, and therefore you can plant even in containers. 2, they require adequate sunshine, and therefore they should be planted in an east-west orientation so that they get full sun. They don't like shading. They require freely draining soil or freely draining medium. Otherwise, if they get wet feet, they will rot their roots, and therefore it is not good for them. When you have planted your dragon fruit up a post, you must train it first and foremost. We will see how to train it by directing it up your structure. You remove all the side suckers so that you have only one main plant going up the post. And when it reaches the top, you either cap it or you let it run along the horizontal structure, depending on the method that you have deployed. The suckers like these ones you remove like that using a secateurs or any other appropriate tool. Importantly is to provide enough manure or enough organic matter for your plants. You may occasionally get some pests, and which are the pests that you may get in your dragon fruit orchard. You may get moles. Moles are those burrowers that may eat the root zone. You may get slugs, snails. If your orchard, there are maybe wild rabbits, sometimes they can come and eat the young shoots. Caterpillars, if your orchard has other plants in the neighborhood that attract caterpillars, caterpillars can come and attack the young shoots. When the crop is grown and it has fruited, the biggest pest and the biggest menace we have witnessed in our orchard is fruit flies. Fruit flies uh, like mangoes, watermelons, and other kind of fruits like guava will get affected. Equally, dragon fruits will get affected by fruit flies. But there are biologically friendly ways of dealing with fruit flies. Like you can see, or we will be able to see, we have used biological control methods instead of spraying with the chemicals. We use something called pheromone traps, which are eco-friendly. What happens with pheromone traps, they attract a certain gender of the fruit flies, they get into the trap, off they are gone, and the females will not reproduce, and therefore your plants will not get infested with fruit flies. You have a very interesting situation we are facing here. Birds. Birds will eat fruits in your orchard, but birds usually eat if they don't have something else to eat that they are accustomed to. Now, what we've done, we have planted decoy crops. The decoy crop we have planted in our orchard is pawpaw. So the birds, and we'll see, the birds will come eat the pawpaw. Yes, it's a valuable crop, but dragon fruits are more valuable crop than pawpaw. After they eat, they go away. Remember this, when you are doing a decoy crop, it should be taller, or its canopy must be taller than the canopy of the crop you're protecting. Remember, birds are coming from up, and when they eat from up, they would come down. The birds that crow, the guinea fowls and others on the ground, the fruits are up here, they will not get there. Therefore, we've planted a decoy crop, pawpaw, a few passion fruits that are climbing up the trees. If they eat, that's okay. We started research and development into dragon fruit more than 7 years ago. And it has been a lot of toil, it has been a lot of sweat, it has been a lot of tears. And it has been a lot of learning, and there has been lots of ups and downs. However, finally here we are. We have successfully been able to farm, and we have learned a lot, and we are continuing to learn a lot, and we are sharing what we've learned with other farmers. A very good thing that we've seen, Kenyan people are quite innovative, they are quite inquisitive, and would like to try new things. We have seen lots of people, especially those who have traveled in Asia, those who have traveled in South America, have either eaten the fruit or have had an experience with the fruit, showing a lot of interest, and not just passing interest to eat or to consume the fruit, but also to farm it because they have seen it is possible. Kwamba inawezekana. And because inawezekana, they have taken initiative to also start. Some are starting small, 20 plants, 5 plants, others 1 plant. And recently, there are those who have taken the plunge and are either preparing or are already planting upwards of 2, 5, 20 acres. And that is commendable. Farmers who already have plants that have produced fruits are 3 or 4 at most. However, I want to believe there are more than 100 more upcoming farmers, either who have learned from those pioneers, the 3 or so pioneers, and are either planting or in the process of planting. Dragon fruit worldwide has and still is an expensive fruit. I have friends, I have relatives out there, and I ask them, please, when you go to a supermarket or to a store, check for me the price of this. Price ranges from equivalent of Kenya shillings, 2,000 to 6,000 per kilo. All corners of the world. In Kenya, my first encounter with dragon fruit in Kenya was in 2016, I think. Nakumatt, now defunct, which was retailing for 2,500, and you get change of a shilling. I still have that receipt. Now, 2021, there are stores in this country that retail dragon fruit not at 2,500, but at 3,000. And you'll be lucky to get the fruit. So when you go to the mall, I have a dragon fruit, even if it's 3,000, oh sorry, you have to wait. Therefore, it means it's a good opportunity for those who may want to invest, most importantly, in the fruit for their health, and secondly, for their wealth.